This
in IT.
conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, I have more than 13 years of experience in IT industry, and I am a certified AEM lead developer and certified OSPR Commerce Server lead developer. And currently, I'm working with one of the largest IT company as AEM architect. And my expertise are in Java, J2E, OSPR Commerce, AEM. And till now, I train more than 1,000 students globally. I conduct corporate trainings as well as some individual trainings like this. Okay. So now come to the targeted audiences of this training. All the experienced Java developers who want to know AEM content management system, they can go for this training. So why I'm saying Java developers, because AEM is a Java based content management system. Okay. So AEM is completely developed on top of Java. So if you have basic knowledge of Java, it will be help, helpful to learn AEM. So all the experienced Java developers who are working in different web applications like Struts, Spring, Hibernate, okay, they can learn AEM easily. Okay, and all the experienced web developers who are working some other web technologies like C Sharp, .NET, PHP, and all, so they can learn AEM easily also. Okay, and all other CMS developers, there are a lot of content management systems in the market. Like AEM, we have other systems like WordPress, Crown Peak, Tridian, Sitecore. Okay, so if you are working in those technology, and it will be and you know Java basics, it will be easy for you to learn AEM. So you can go for this training. And all the freshers who are having good knowledge of Java and HTML can go for this training. Okay. So prerequisites, as I told, we need basics of Java. When I say basics, it means by seeing a Java class, you should understand that this is a Java class. These are the variables. These are the methods. Okay. This is how you are instantiating a class. Okay. This is abstract class interface, hash map, array list. So all the basic concepts, oops concepts, collections framework. So all the basics of Java only. We don't need deep knowledge of Java. If you don't know Java also, it won't take much time to learn the basics. Okay, so maybe 15-20 days required to learn the basics. Okay, along with AEM training you can go for that also. And basics of HTML, so I guess everyone is having this knowledge, no need to say. Then client side JavaScript and style sheets. If you want to be a full stack developer, okay, uh, along with Java, you should have JS and CSS knowledge. Okay, so that you can work on any development task. It may be UI development, it may be core development. Okay, so opportunities in AEM. So as AEM is the market leader among all CMSs, and it is having high demand in the market. Right. So in market we have a lot of other CMSs available, as I told. We have Crown Peak, Tridian, Drupal, Sitecore. So AEM is one of them, and it is having high demand in the market. Okay, so if you get, I mean, if you learn AEM, you will definitely get a lot of job opportunities in comparison to other CMSs. And all the big IT companies are having a lot of projects in AEM. And if you get a job with AEM profile, definitely get a better package in comparison to a Java developer. By the end of the training, what you can do? Okay, so you can work on any AEM project directly, and you will be able to develop static templates, dynamic templates. You can create pages, can create customized components, can create client libraries, OSGI bundles, can create Sling servlets, Sling models, query builders, content services, content fragments, experience fragments. You can work on dispatcher as well. Okay. So at the end of the training, you will be able to do these things, and these are the things which are expected from a AEM developer. So what is exactly AEM is? AEM is purely a content management system. Okay, and it is a headless content management system. It means it is used to store the content, not the data. So there is a difference between content and data. Okay, so I'll give example. Let's say there is one e-commerce website. Okay, in your e-commerce website, you are showing product informations like product availability, product cost, and some information about the product. So from where those data are coming? So these kind of data not stored in AEM. Okay, so these data stored in any legacy system or any commerce e-commerce system. Okay, so in AEM, we only store the contents, okay, not the legacy data. Content means, for example, in your page, you want to display logo, you want to display navigation bar, okay, you want to display some message on your screen. So those things are getting stored in AEM. Okay, we are storing content. Only in AEM, we are storing the content. Okay, so it is a headless content management system. Headless content management system means will store the content in AEM. It has different types. It has different types of outputs. Means you can show the outputs in HTML format, in XML format, in JSON format. Okay, there is not a specific format to show the output. Okay, it's a headless content. Okay, so it is not used to store data like your legacy system. It is used to store the contents. So some of the websites developed in AEM are albertsons.com, metlife.ae, wyndhamhotels.com. Okay. So actually these are the websites where I have contributed a lot as a developer and a lead. Okay. And apart from this, there are some other projects I also worked on. Okay. So now come to the course content. Okay. So our course content is having two parts, basics and advanced. I hope it is shared with you already. Srinivas or Sampath must have shared. Okay, I'll just go through it again. So basics and advanced. In basics, we are going to cover all the concepts which are common in all versions of AEM. Okay. So right now we are having AEM 6.5 in the market. Also, they introduced AEM as a cloud service. Okay, so here we are going to cover all the concepts which are common in all versions of AEM from 6.1 to 6.5. Okay, so it includes introduction, installation, browse different applications, consoles, authoring, publishing, architecture stack of AEM, exploring different properties, Eclipse installation with AEM plugin, create project, create static template, page rendering component, create sample website structure, using basic Sightly APIs, you open pages and consoles in TouchUI and Classic UI, then modularize page rendering components, link resolution, inheritance of components, build dynamic navigation component, use a plugger during component development, create training title component where we'll develop different types of dialogues, edit dialogues, what is edit config, in place editing, okay, touch UI dialog, classic UI dialog. Then we'll create logo component, we'll create design dialog for that component. Okay, we'll find out the differences between edit dialog and design dialogs. Then foundation components, some out of the box components we'll discuss. Then parses, iparses, breadcrumbs, will create dynamic page component, will create some complex components, then internationalization, client libraries. So these are the basics which are going to cover initially. So in advanced, we are going to cover dynamic templates, policies, layout, creating base templates, content fragment templates, variations, authoring, experience fragment templates, variations, authoring, tagging, OSGI bundles, will create and use the OSGI bundles, Then we'll use the core components, workflow basics. Then we'll discuss about how to customize the process step of workflows, Sling models, then Sling servlets, both path-based, resource-based, query builder, event handler, content services, and dispatcher basics. At the same time, we'll learn how to debug the Java code in Eclipse. Okay, so we are going to cover all these um, parts in advanced. Any questions, doubts till now?
Vishwa, can you expect any material from your side?
Material means we are going to provide. I'll provide all the lab exercises every day. Okay,
Okay.
and at the end of the training, you will get a PDF file also. And some
Theoretical material, right?
sorry,
Theoretical material, right?
yes, yes, theoretical material.
Yeah, question and answers like that.
No, no, no. For question and answers, I'll share interview questions. Okay,
Okay.
theoretical matter means it's a PDF file where you'll get to know about different concepts of AEM. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Vishwa.
Hi, Vishwa. Can you provide any certification material? Certification material means is there any
Uh,
material for
so,
certification?
so actually, for the certification, you need DOMS. Okay, and I don't have current year DOMS because they are changing the questions in every 3 months. Okay, current terms I don't have, but previous terms I have. I can share it with you. You can at least will get to know
Okay.
how the questions are coming. Yeah.
Can you share me also,
Okay.
Vishwa?
Yes, yes. I everything will be shared with everyone. Okay, fine. Okay. So now come to introduction of content management system. Introduction part. Okay. So as you know, AEM is a Java-based CMS or content management system, right? So before we start learning AEM, first you need to know what is CMS or content management system. Okay. So CMS is a tool using which you can create your website and manage the content of your website dynamically. Okay. So create your website. You can create any website. Manage the content of your website. What is content? So I'm sharing my screen. Let me open one. Just a minute. I'm opening one website, okay, ndtv.com. So AEM is a CMS, okay, which is used to create the website and manage the content of your website dynamically. So what is content here? This is one website. Whatever you see on this page, everything is content. Example, logo, navigation bar, this title, this text, this image, the text, whatever you see on this page, everything is content. Okay, you can create the website and manage the content. Manage the content means you will be able to change the content. Okay, so right now I'm showing this image and this text. After 10 minutes I want to show a different image and different text. So how can I do that? So I can manage the content of the website using any CMS. Okay, manage content means after 10 minutes I'll show a different image here, I'll show a different text here, I'll show some different title here, maybe I can show some other image and other text at different parts of your page. So that is called managing the content. Okay, So using any CMS, you can create the website and manage the content. This is one news website, right? So now you see some content here. Okay, some title, image, text, and all. After 10 minutes, they got a new breaking news. Okay, and they have to show that breaking news immediately. So how they are showing? So because their website is created using some CMS, so they can manage the content of the website immediately. They can change it. Okay. So in any CMS, you can manage the content of your website. Manage means change the website without making your server down. Okay. So managing the content of your website dynamically. Dynamically means your website will not go down, but changes will be reflected on your pages. So if you open ndtv.com, you will find 24 by 7. It's running 24 by 7. But if you refresh the pages in every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you will find the contents are getting changed. They are not making their website down. They are not making their server down. Still, they are changing the content. How? Because their website is created using some CMS and they are able to manage the content of the website. Okay. So in market, we have different CMSs available. We have WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, CrownPeak, Tridian, AEM, Sitecore. Okay, a lot of tools are there. Then why we are learning AEM? Why you are not learning WordPress? WordPress is open source. Okay, why you are not learning WordPress? Why you are learning AEM? Okay, there are certain reasons. Before we know that, first we have to know the history of AEM. Okay, so actually there was a company called Day Software. Okay, and they had a product called Communique or CQ5. Okay, later Adobe took over that company and they renamed that product from CQ5 to AEM. So now it is AEM, Adobe Experience Manager. Earlier it was CQ5. Okay. Then why we are learning AEM? Why we are not learning WordPress or Drupal? So first thing, AEM Adobe Experience Manager is a product of Adobe. Adobe is a very good brand in the market. All the customers have trust on Adobe. That is the first reason. Okay. So we are preferring AEM among all other CMSs. Second reason, Adobe is having a product called Adobe Marketing Cloud. Okay. AMC. So in that product, they have number of tools like Adobe Audience Manager, Adobe Campaign, Target, Social, Primetime, Adobe Experience Manager or AEM, Analytics. Okay, there are a number of tools in Adobe Marketing Cloud. Okay, so Adobe doesn't sell AEM individually or they don't sell Campaign or Target individually. They sell the complete package, Adobe Marketing Cloud. When the customer buys Adobe Marketing Cloud, they will get all the tools inside the Adobe Marketing Cloud. So when they buy Adobe Marketing Cloud, they will get AEM, they will get Adobe Target, Adobe Campaign, Adobe Analytics, Adobe Social, all those things they will get. Okay, that is fine. They will get all the tools, but what they will do with these tools? Are these tools are really helpful to them? They can use AEM to create the website and manage the content, right? But why they need Adobe Target, Adobe Campaign, Analytics, Social, and all? Yes, they need it to launch on a revenue generating website. Okay, if you want to generate uh, to launch on a revenue generating website, why your company launches the website? Because they want to generate some revenue directly or indirectly from that website, right? That's why they launch the website. So if you want to launch a revenue generating website, what all tools you need, you will get everything in Adobe Marketing Cloud. Okay. For example, again come to this ndtv.com. It is a news website, right? So though it is a news website, it is providing the informations about different newses. So it is generating revenue for their company. How? You can see they are showing some ads, advertisements on their screen, right? So from these ads, they are showing they are getting some revenue. Okay. So how they are showing these ads? If you are developing your website using AEM, okay, there is a tool called Adobe Campaign in Adobe Marketing Cloud. Okay, you just need to integrate AEM with Adobe Campaign tool. That integration is very easy. You just need to provide the credentials. That's it. And once it is integrated in Adobe Campaign tool, you can create the ads, okay, or campaigns, and you can use those campaigns on your AEM sites if you are using Adobe Marketing Cloud. Let's say you are using some other CMS, you are using Crown Pig, Tridian, and you want to show the ads on your screen. Okay, so if you are launching one website means you have to generate some revenue, right? So if you want to show some ads and your website is developed in Crown Pig or Tridian or some other system, how will develop the ads? Show the ads. So you have to buy some third party campaign tool, and you need to integrate that campaign tool with your CMS. That integration will take a lot of time, effort and cost. So if you are using Adobe Marketing Cloud, you will get AEM, you will get Adobe Campaign in the same product, same package. No need to reach out to different vendors. So easily you can develop a revenue generating website. This is just one example. I'll give one more example. Let's say I watch this ndtv.com every day. I am very interested in sports news. Okay. So next day when I open ndtv.com, they will show me the sports news as a priority. How? Because they have captured my navigational activities. They have analyzed it. Based on that analysis, they are showing me the personalized contents. Personalization. Okay. If someone is interested in politics or something, they will show the news according to that only. Okay. So the concept of personalization. If you are developing your website, if you are using Adobe Marketing Cloud, how will achieve personalization? There are tools called Adobe Target and Adobe Analytics. You need to integrate AEM with Target and Analytics. That integration is very easy. Okay, and easily you can achieve this personalization concept. But if you are developing some other website using some other CMS, then to achieve this personalization, you have to buy one analytics tool, buy a target tool. You need to integrate that with the system. That integration will take a lot of time, effort, and cost. Okay, so definitely we'll prefer Adobe Marketing Cloud because you are getting everything inside that. No need to reach out different vendors, and the integration will be very easy. Okay, so for this reason all the customers are preferring AEM because they are getting all the features in one package to create one revenue generating website. Okay, okay, so all the customers are preferring AEM. So what about content authors? What is a content author? So content author is a type of user in any AEM environment. So in any AEM project, we have different types of users. We have developers, we have content authors, testers, administrators, right? So developers role is different, content authors role is different, testers role is different. So content author is the person who is going to create your website, who is going to create the pages of your website. He is the person who is going to manage the content of the pages. On your page you want to show one image, show some text, so content author is going to do that. Okay, so for content authors, AEM provides a very flexible and friendly environment to manage the content. How? Again, if you go to this website, let's say I am a content author. I want to change this title, image, and text. Okay, I got a new breaking news. Our website ndtv.com got a new breaking news and they want to show on their page. So I have to change the title, image, and text. So how can I do that? If I want to change this image, simply I'll open the page. Okay, there will be a separate URL for that. Okay, I'll open the page. Once the page is open, I'll double click on the image. One widget will open. I'll drag and drop new image. Click OK. Image got changed. I want to change the text. I'll double click on the text. One widget will open. I'll type new text. Click OK. Text got changed. Okay. I want to change the title. Simply double click it and change the title of this story. Okay. So for AEM content authors, AEM provides a very flexible and friendly environment to manage the content. Let's say it's some you are using some other CMS like Tridian or Comfy and you want to change the content. So what you'll do? You have to open a folder, then some subfolder, then some config files, do some changes there, open the page, test it. If it is not working, find out some other config file. So it will be a hectic task for the content authors to manage the content. Okay. So business users are preferring, content authors are preferring because AEM provides a very flexible and friendly environment to manage the content. What about the developers? Okay. So why developers are also preferring AEM? So AEM provides a lot of things inbuilt, a lot of APIs, lot of libraries, even if they provide one sample web application also. If you are going to develop your website, you can refer that, how things are done there. You can refer that and you can create your own website. Okay. So, and AEM is very easy to learn. Okay. So you will be able to you'll get a lot of help from AEM itself, and AEM is very easy to learn. So that is the reason all the developers are also preferring AEM. Okay, that's why AEM is in demand in the market. Okay. Any questions, doubts till now? Okay. So now come to different instances of AEM. So we have two instances, author instance and publish instance. Okay. So author instance is the instance which is used for development. So what exactly we are going to develop here? So we are going to develop the website, right? Website means we have to develop the pages of your website. Okay. Who will create the pages of your website? Content author. Okay. So to create pages, content author needs templates. In AEM, to create the pages, content author needs templates. From where will get the templates? Developer will develop the template and content author will use that template to create the pages. Now he created some pages. Pages are blank, empty, and he wants to show some content on the pages. From where he'll get the content? So to show the content on the pages, he has to use the components. Okay. So how will get the components? The developer will develop the components. And content author will use the components to show the content on your pages. So all these activities will happen in your author instance. Developer will develop templates, components, authoring interfaces, Java classes, JavaScript, and all those things. Content author is going to create the pages using templates and he is going to add contents on your pages using components. So all the activities will happen in your author instance and your website will be created in author instance. Your website is created. Now you want to expose your website to the end users. how end users will view your website. Okay, your website is created in author instance. Now you have to publish it. There is another instance called publish instance. Whatever we developed, whatever pages, website we created, you have to publish everything to publish instance so that the end users can view it. Okay, and publish instance just like a container which contains the latest content of your website. Whatever you want to show to the end user, it will be there in your publish instance. If you want to do some changes in publish instance content, first that change needs to be done your author instance. Then you have to publish it, then it will go to your publish instance. Okay, so author instance and publish instance, there are two instances of AEM. Author instance is used to develop for our development purpose. Both developers will work here, content authors, everybody will work in author instance to create the website. Once your website is created, it needs to be exposed by publishing the content, publishing everything into your publish instance. Okay, so any doubts or questions on author and publish instance? So we are going to work mostly on author instance. Okay. So now we'll discuss how the content flows from authors to the end users. So as I told, so content author is the person who is going to create the pages of your website, who is going to add content on the pages, right? So how the content flows from authors to the end users. Okay. So here in this picture you can see there are multiple authors, four authors are here. Okay. This is your author instance. Okay, so there is a, you can have single author instance and multiple publish instances. Okay, so let's say you have author, there are four content authors who are working on your dev server, dev author instance. So we have dev author instance, we can have dev QA, dev staging, then prod author, right? So in dev author instance there are four content authors are working. So content author A created some 20 pages and published to all published instances. Content author B created some 10 pages, authored the content and published. Content author C created 5 pages, D created again 20 pages, and they published all the pages and the contents they authored on the author instance. Now all the contents are available in all published instances. We can have multiple published instances. Okay, you can have single publish instance, also multiple publish instances. Okay, so whatever these four content authors are created, now it is available in all publish instances for the end user. Now end user is sitting here and he is typing the URL in the browser. Once he submitted the URL, request got generated, and that request will hit this dispatcher. Dispatcher will hit the publish instance and it retrieves the content and it shows to the end user. So what is dispatcher? So dispatcher sits in between your publish instance and the end user. Okay, dispatcher is sometimes it is also called another instance of AEM, and or sometimes it is called as another tool. Okay, which runs on a different server. So dispatcher is responsible for caching and load balancing. So when the end user enters the URL, the request doesn't hit your publish instance directly. It hits the dispatcher. Dispatcher will redirect your request to the publish instance. Okay. So some users, let's say, entered the URL. The request is created. Request hit the dispatcher. Dispatcher redirect the request to the publish instance. It retrieves the content and displays to the end user. At the same time, it stores all the static content in a temporary storage device. Okay, so that temporary storage device can be your RAM, can be your hard disk. Okay, somewhere it will store the static content in a temporary storage device. Now after 5 minutes, same user refresh the page. So what will happen? Again the request will hit the dispatcher. Dispatcher will hit the publish instance, but only for the changed contents, not for all contents. So it will retrieve the changed content and it will retrieve the static content from the temporary storage device and it will show to the end user. Okay, so this mechanism is called as caching. So dispatcher is responsible for caching and load balancing. Okay, so what is load balancing? Okay, let's say, as I told, you can have multiple publish instances. Okay, let's say you have a single publish instance. Your website is using a single publish instance. Whatever content authors authored, they publish and it will go to single publish instance. Now your website is having a lot of users. Let's say some 5,000 users trying to access your website at a time. So they type the URL, request got created, request hit the dispatcher. Now dispatcher will redirect all the requests to single publish instance. So it will be difficult for the single publish instance to handle a lot of requests at a time. So what will happen? Your instance, publish instance will become slow or may crash also, right? So to avoid that scenario, you should have multiple publish instances and all the publish instances will have the same content. Now let's say same 5,000 users trying to access your website at a time. They type the URL, request got created, request hit the dispatcher. Now there are multiple publish instances, right? So dispatcher will distribute the load. It will redirect first 100 users to publish A, next 100 publish B, next 100 to publish C. It will distribute the load among different publish instances. Okay, so dispatcher is responsible for caching and load balancing. It sits between your publish instance and the end user. So whenever end user types any URL, their request first hit the dispatcher, then it will hit the publish instance. Okay, so in this way the content flows from author instance to publish, from the content authors to the end users. Okay, so these are the content authors. They are authoring content here in the author instance, publishing the content to publish instance, and end users are accessing the content from the publish instance through the dispatcher. Any questions, doubts on this till now? Very good. Any no doubts? Okay, fine. Now we'll discuss about templates and components. Okay, so some time back I told developer will develop templates and components. Once template is developed, content author will use the templates to create the pages. Okay, and they use the components to show content on the pages. So what is a template actually? Templates are markups or layouts to create your pages. Okay, again I'll go to that website. So just observe this page carefully. What all things are there on this page? Okay, not like an end user, just like a developer, just like a CMS developer. Okay, so what all things are there on this page? We have a header. The background color of header is black. Then in header we are displaying logo, navigation bar and all. Then there is a left panel. In left panel we are displaying blocks of contents. Right panel, Here also we are displaying blocks of contents. Body, then there will be a footer. So what all things are there in this page? Header, footer, left panel, right panel, and body. Okay. So this is the layout of the page or markup of the page. Okay. So you can see the background color of your header is black and the background color of the page is in gray color. Okay. And the left panel, the size of your left panel, right panel, and the body, different sizes, right? So now I'll open one more page. Compare this page with the previous page. When you compare the content of this page with the previous page, you will find both the pages are having different type of layouts or markups, right? Here also we are displaying header, but the background color of your header is in white color. It is a narrow header. There is no distinguished left panel. Blocks are not there. The body is stretched from left towards right. Then in right panel you have blocks. Okay, then there will be footer. So when you compare both the pages, you will find both the pages are using different types of layouts or markups, or you can say both the pages are created using two different templates. Okay, so templates provide markup or layouts to create your page. When the developer create the template, he creates placeholders on your template. Okay, so when the content author create any page using that template, on the page you will be able to see the placeholders. So let's say the content author created this page using the template, so you will find a placeholder for header, you will find a placeholder for body, right panel, footer, and in those placeholders you will drag and drop the components. Okay, so templates are the markups or layouts to create your pages. So in templates, you will find the placeholders. When the content author create page using the templates, he will be able to see the placeholder on the pages. Now he has to show the content in those placeholders. So he'll drag and drop the components on the placeholders. What is component? Components are reusable functional blocks. Example, let's say this logo. Logo is a component. Okay, it is reusable, means I can use this logo component here as well as in 100 other pages or in the same page at multiple places also. It is reusable and it should have some functionality. What is the functionality of logo? If I click on it, it will take me to the home page of the website. So all the components are reusable and it should have some functionality. So after the page created, you will find placeholders. Now content author will drag and drop the components in those placeholders to show content on the page. Okay, let's say the content author wants to show an image in the body, so he'll drag and drop the image component and he'll author one image in that component so that it can be visible on your page. Okay, so content author use the components to show the content. So here in this image you can see there are placeholders. Okay, your template is having placeholders. When the content author created a page, you'll be able to see the placeholders on the page, and content author will drag and drop the components on those placeholders to show the content. Okay, so templates are markups or layouts to create your page. Okay, templates are created by the developer, used by the content authors to show the contents, and components are reusable functional blocks created by the developer, used by the content authors to show the content on their pages. Okay, any questions, doubts till now? So we
Can you
have
repeat
different
once
types
again?
of.
What is the templates?
So templates are reusable, sorry, layouts or markups to create a page. Okay, if you want to create a page, you need a format, you need a layout or markup, right? So developer
Yeah.
will provide you that layout. Then the content author will use it to create a page. Okay. So there are two types of templates: dynamic templates and editable or static templates. So we'll cover both going forward. Okay. And components are usable functional blocks. We'll have different types of components also: foundation components, core components, customized components. So we'll discuss in details going forward. Okay. So any other questions, doubts till now? Okay. So if you don't have any questions, so that's it from my end. Okay. So as is the demo class, we can cover this much only today.
How
Okay.
long this course taken time?
It takes almost 30 hours, more than 30 hours, every day 1 hour, and in every class, we'll discuss some concept, and based on that concept, we'll do some exercises. All the exercises should be done by you in your system only. I'll simply
Okay.
guide you how to do that. Okay, so that at
Okay.
the end of the training, you will have a good hands-on experience. You can work on any AEM project directly.
Okay.
Is this a headless one or it's a traditional AEM we are learning?
So it's AEM is itself a headless content management system. Okay, so we'll see how we are showing the contents. Somewhere we'll show the contents in the form of HTML, somewhere in the form of JSON. So we'll use different different types of outputs. Yeah.
Are we doing this with the React or?
No, 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 no. We are not going to use React here. Okay, so as I told, it's a core development. So okay, so we'll use mostly Sightly and Java. Okay, so there is single page application, and those things are used created using React and all. Okay, so we are not covering SPA single page application.
Have to worry about the styling, right?
Yes, we will cover styling and all. So I'll show you how to use the CSS and JS files in your project. But we are not going to write these React files and how to write React files, how to write those JS and all. We are not going to cover those
The core component itself, we will
things.
do the
Yes,
CSS. Okay.
yes, yes.
So hey, so I was
Hmm.
looking at I was looking at in the end of the course as well. Are we be also like in the end working towards the integration with other marketing cloud products?
No, no, we are not going to integrate with any other tools. Okay. So as you know, AEM is a license tool, right? So if you want to
Hmm.
integrate something, then you need a sandbox, and so they don't provide sandbox. So it is they provide only for the solution partners. So you won't get to
Okay,
integrate that.
got it.
Okay, guys. So that's it. So if you have any queries, any questions, doubts, you can just get in touch with Srinivas or Sampath. If you want to enroll yourself also, you can just get in touch with them. Okay. So next class we are going to cover different consoles available in AEM. Okay. So I'll request you to enroll yourself before we start going forward. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, yes, go ahead, please.
Can you please share the Java tutorials links?
Yeah, yeah. So you can join tomorrow class. I'll share. So it's simply you can just
Okay.
search Java Guru, JavaGuru99.com. So that website is very simple website where you'll get very simple examples to learn the basics. Okay.
Okay, and one more thing, can you please tell me that which portions is required for this AEM? So then it will be very helpful for me.
What? So can you please come again? What exactly you want?
Yes, I am saying that if you tell me that which portion is
Yeah.
related
So in
to AEM.
correct, correct. So if you open that website, you will find beginners. Okay. So just to open that, you will find all the concepts. All are very easy, and you need to know all the concepts there for the beginners part.
Okay, okay, thank you so much.